Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I haven't been MIA. I haven't been really on YouTube lately. I've just been very busy with my newborn baby and doing like things, and keeping her occupied, making sure, stuff like that. But yes, I just didn't have my baby, but it's already I did have my baby, and yes, I am going to tell you about my labor and delivery. So get anything you guys have around you, and it's gonna be a long video. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and so you can get notified by me every time I posted up a video. And don't forget to subscribe to our family channel, which is up here. And yes, we're gonna go big on our family channel and stuff like that. So yeah, and don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. Will be up here in this little bar over there. So yes, and it'll be in the description down below. So let's get into this video. So let me fix my camera. So I've been wanting to film this video for a while, and I finally get to film it, because I put her down and she's asleep and stuff. So yes, if you haven't followed me on all my on my channel and stuff, and if you haven't seen that, yes, I am having, well, I did have a girl. And if you didn't see on my vlogs of my 2 baby showers that I had, if you didn't see that, let me fix you guys real quick. And if you didn't see that, see, my camera's always falling. And if you didn't see that, go watch it and stuff. So yes, but if you did, yes, you would know I had a girl, and she's the most beautifulest thing ever in the world, and I love her so much. So yes, let's get into this story. So it was May 12th. Yes, May 12th, right before Mother's Day. Okay, so May 12th, I well, May 11th, I would, it was nighttime. I was getting ready to go to bed. So I went to bed on the 11th, and then I woke up on the 12th of May. Okay. And I got up, and, I wasn't really feeling like, no, I was feeling good, but I told Ricky, my husband Ricky, I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom. So he's like, well, go to the bathroom. Normal guys do. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Didn't think nothing of it. I went to the bathroom, and my mom's like, oh, I went out there to go eat with my mom and them, and my mom's like, oh, your aunt is having something for today at 2, like a little barbecue for all the mothers. You're invited and stuff because you are gonna be a mom. Speaking of this, my water did not break. Okay, even when I went to the bathroom, my water did not break. Okay, so I'm gonna put you that on this little side note. Okay, my water did not break whatsoever, like whatsoever. So I was like, okay, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go. I was happy that I was going, So like, I'm like, well, I'm gonna eat breakfast. So I ate breakfast. I was like, well, I'm gonna hop in the shower. So I hopped in the shower, and I think that's what triggered it when I went into the shower. I went into the shower. So I went into the shower, got out the shower, did my usual, everybody does in the bathroom and stuff. Then I went to go, to lay down, relax, because it was still like 1 o'clock when I got, out the shower and stuff, and did what I had to do and got dressed and stuff. So, I had like my sweats on. I had sweats on with like a tank top, you know. And then like right when I laid down, I felt like pressure in the front, like contractions in the front. And note of this was my first time ever having a baby, and I did not know what was going on, so you know. But I had, like, you know, girls have like a lot of back labor, like when the contractions hit, they sometimes girls say, oh, I had them in my back. No, mine was all in my front where my belly was. I just, oh my god, it was hurting so bad. And I didn't think nothing of it. My husband, scratch that, Ricky was like, maybe you're having contractions, maybe you're having contractions. I was like, I don't think so. So I was like, Ricky was telling me, well, if you want to go, if you want to go to the hospital, let me know and I'll take you. And I just kept holding back, like, no, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. And right now I'm feeding her, so. And I was like, no, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. Kept holding back. Didn't want to go. And then I go up there. I go out there to see my mom, and my mom's like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know, like, I don't feel good, like I'm in pain. My dad's like, ow, it's time. So what do? He picks up the phone, boom. Calls my sister Lizette, and he's like, your sister's having pain, she's having pains, I think it's time. And I was like, no, I'm not. I said, I'm not going, I'm fine, I'm not going. So yeah, this is her. Oh, she's crying. So Ricky kept saying, well, my dad was like, oh, called up my sister, and I was just like, no, I'm not in pain. Like, I kept denying it because I did not want to go to the hospital. For some reason, I do not like the hospital, but I was like, I do not want to go to the hospital. So 2 o'clock hits, okay, 2 o'clock hits, and I'm still in freaking pain, okay? Let me tell you, I was a strong bitch, okay? So I was still having contractions. So I went to my aunt's barbecue, and my mom's like, we get there, and my mom's like, oh, she's already having contractions, and they're like, well, did her water break? And we were like, no, and I was like, no, my water has not broke, but I'm having contractions, and they hurt like a motherfucker, okay? Those things hurt, okay? They freaking hurt. And I was just sitting there, and I was like holding myself, but I was like breathing in and out, and I was just rubbing my legs because they hurt so bad. And right when I would get one, I was just like, ooh, like breathing like in and out. And then Ricky, he was texting me, and I was just like, oh, they're still coming, like they're coming. And he's like, well, why don't you just come home and relax? And I was just like, no, it's all right. He's like, maybe because you've been on your feet all day. And I was just like, maybe, you know, you never know. So I was just like, I don't know. So we get there. Well, we've been there. And then, like, you know, I was eating and stuff because I was hungry. I was hungry. But I was just like, oh, I'm in so much pain. So I was like hardly eating, but I was still eating, you know. And then like I stopped eating for a while, and I was just sitting there, and everybody's like, you okay? And I was just like, yeah. I was like, I'm fine. I'm just like in pain, and it just hurts me and stuff. So Ricky's best friend was here, and you know, she was like, how, like, you know, saying, oh, do you, you know, maybe she is going into labor. And I was just like, I don't know, it just hurts me, and it hurts. So I was sitting there, and I was just like in pain. So like it was getting dark. I don't know what time I got home, but it was getting dark. I know that because it was getting dark. And I'm already, you know, home and stuff, but it was dark when I got home. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like in pain. Well, earlier, no, scratch that. Earlier, when I got home, it was still light out. Ooh. Excuse me. It was still light out, me and Ricky were like, well, let's go for a walk. Well, Ricky was like, let's go for a walk. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk. So I was going for a walk, and it was like a long walk too. And I was sitting there, and I would stop, and he's like, another one? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, and he was timing them, and I was just sitting there like in pain. And I was like, okay, it passed. Let's go. So I was walking and walking. I walked pretty far and, long. And I was just tired. And I was just like, can we go home now? He's like, yeah, let's go. So we're coming back home. And, all the way from walking the other ways and coming back home, I was still, like, constantly having contractions after contractions. So we're coming back home and stuff. And he's like, well, maybe it is time for us to go. And I was just like, and I kept holding off, like, no, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to. Like, I kept telling everybody, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. So we get to the house and stuff, and then, like, I'm sitting there on, like, my bed, and Ricky's on the side of me, and, like, I'm holding his leg, and I'm squeezing his leg, because, like, I had another contraction, and everybody's timing it, and they're like, it's 3-5 minutes apart, like, oh my god, sometimes there's 2 minutes apart, like, this is crazy. And, like, I was just squeezing and just, like, in so much pain. And, like, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, okay, maybe. And I'm thinking in my head, like, yeah, it's time to go. So I told everybody, I was like, yeah, it's time to go. And they're like, okay, grab everything, So I'm grabbing mine and Ricky's hospital bag. Well, they're grabbing mine and Ricky's hospital bag. And they're grabbing mine. And then through all this, when we're getting ready, my mom's like, I forgot my purse at your aunt's house. Oh my god, I gotta call her back. So my mom calls my aunt and goes, I forgot my purse, I forgot my purse, I forgot my purse. So we're waiting for her purse to arrive, and I'm in pain, and I'm just like sitting there, like thinking in my head, like, hurry up, I just want to go to the hospital. So my mom gets her purse from my aunt, and then we go, and then we're in the car and stuff, and, like, I'm sitting there in pain still, like, and then, my mom's with us in the car, and my mom's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. And my mom's like, we'll leave all the bags, like, because we were right to the hospital, and my mom's like, we'll leave all the bags here, and, we'll have Ricky come and get them out, to see if they do admit you or not, or they're gonna send you home. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So we get to the hospital. We get to the hospital, we're there, and they're like, oh, she's an OB, and I was like, yeah, I'm having contractions. It's like 2 minutes apart, 3 minutes, 5 minutes apart. We get to the hospital, and they're like, okay, she's OB, we gotta get her rushed in, she's having contractions. Boom. So they put me on one of those, I don't know what they're called, those chair things that you ride, that they push you around. Okay, whatever. But they put me on those. Okay, so they rushed me all the way to the back where the labor and, like, all the, labor and delivery happens and stuff. So they rushed me to the room, and they put me in this far freaking room, like, where it's, like, where you pass, like, the nurses that are, like, on the computers, and then you pass them, and they put me in, like, this room that has, like, a shower and, like, a bathroom, a toilet, and they rushed me to there. And they're like, oh, this is gonna be your room for now. So I'm thinking, like, oh, this is a nice ass room. So they give me that gown thing that you always get at the hospital. They gave me that gown, and the lady's like, oh, you have to get undressed and, put this on. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom. While I was going to the bathroom, God, I couldn't have Ricky in there. But when I was going in the bathroom, I was having a contraction, and I was just sitting there for a minute. And then, like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this on. So I put it on and everything after I was done, and I was just like, okay, and then she made me pee in the cup, so I peed in the cup, and then gave it to her. And then I walked out and stuff, and, like, I sat on the bed. She put all the monitors on me and on my stomach and stuff, and oh my god, everything, like, who was in the room with me was Ricky, of course, he's my husband, and then my sister, and then that was it. Nobody else was in the room with me. And I was, like, in pain. Like, I just, like, I don't know, like, the contractions, like, they weren't in my back. They were, like, all in my stomach, and it just kept hurting and hurting. And like, I know what I remembered so far was that like I like told Ricky to rub my back and stuff, and then I was like, it just hurts, it hurts. And then like I just kept like, every time I have a contraction, I was just like, whew, like, you know, like breathing through it and stuff, because Ricky was telling me to breathe through it and, you know, to do those like hee hoo things and stuff. But I was in so much pain. I was just like, oh my god, I want to get it over and done with. Like, it was just hurting me so bad. And then like, all I know is like, I looked to Ricky and I told him, I was just like, I want to go home, I want to go home, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to do this anymore. And he told me, well, we're here now, you're gonna have to do it. I know it hurts, but you're gonna have to do it. And like, every time I would look at him, he had like that look on his face that like, oh my god, like she's in so much pain, like that look, like, oh my god. And they were checking me. Well, when they checked me, like down there, when they put their fingers, you know, and stuff in me, and they checked me, I was 5 centimeters dilated. And I was just like, what the hell? And then so I was, she's like, oh, you know, you're gonna have a natural. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a natural. And she's like, epidural, no epidural. Right when she said that, I was like, I want epidural. I was like, hell no, these pains are freaking hurting. So it was a while when the guy came for the epidural, but he came like pretty fast, but kind of like slow at the same time, because it was taking forever. But he came and he put the epidural in me and stuff, and I was just like, oh my god. And then after that, like, I could not feel anything. Like, I couldn't feel from my waist down. My legs were so numb, I couldn't feel shit. But my contractions, like, they were like, I did not feel my contractions. It felt so good. Well, when I got the epidural later, like after that, like, you know, after everything was going on and stuff and we were waiting, they checked me again. The lady checked me again, and she's like, I feel butt down there. She's like, you might have a C-section. Oh my god, when I heard that, I started, like, after she left, I started crying to Ricky and my sister Lizette. I was sitting there, I was just like, oh my god, like, I don't want this to happen. Like, I don't want no C-section. I don't want no C-section. And Lizette, my sister, she had C-section with 2 of her kids. So she's like, you'll be fine. It'll be easy, quick, you know, they're gonna get you out of there, like, quick status, you know. I was just like, I don't want to have it. I don't want to die. Like, I just kept thinking in my mind, like, oh my god, am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? She's like, you're not gonna die. Ricky's like, you're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. So that happened. The doctor, my OBG doctor that delivered my baby, he came and he was like, let's do an ultrasound. He did an ultrasound. He's like, your baby did breach on you, so yes, you are gonna have a C-section. So I end up having a C-section. I wanted it natural and I did not have it natural, but I did have a C-section, and I was scared. Like, I was shaking, and which I do love Ricky so damn much, because he was there by my side all, you know, even because, you know, the husband goes with you through the C-section, but he was right there talking to me. And when they had me on like the table thing and they were doing the C-section, he was sitting there talking to me, like conversating with me and stuff. And like, then like when they gave me the C-section, whenever like I was sitting there, I was like, I felt like I gotta throw up. I feel like I throw up. I threw up in the C-section. I threw up, and I was just like, oh my god, like, you know, I don't know, I just felt like I had to throw up. Even when I got out of there, like after they took Ricky with the, like, you know how they take the baby and then they take, the husband goes with them. Well, when he left, like a couple minutes later, they were like stitching me up and stuff, and after they put me back on the other bed, I was still like throwing up, because I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it was from like, it was from this one medicine that the doctor gave me, that he gave me. It was too much for me, and I threw up when he gave it to me, and then after I threw up again. So I was just like, what the hell. But it was a good labor and delivery. You know, she's here, I'm here, and it's just like, you know, I was so excited, so, you know, like nervous and stuff. My family got to see her, and like, you know, it was just amazing. His family got to see her, and it was just like, you know, wonderful and stuff. And everything's good now, so I'm you know, I'm so much better from recovery and stuff, and like I'm grateful that she's here, I'm here, and stuff like that. So yes, and thank God that I had Ricky and my sister Lizette there with me to walk me through everything and stuff like that, and help me through all of my labor and delivery. I love them so much for them to, you know, to be there since, you know, through everything. So it's like, you know, but yes, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.